Dutch, one question, maybe it is simple and maybe it's complicated, but why would there be live ammunition on a set?
Honestly, for that show, I can think of no reason why there would have been live ammunition there. Of course, the armors and I, we've all gotten together and sort of speculated amongst ourselves to say, how could this have happened? If her dad was a shooting expert, sharpshooter, quick draw expert, maybe she was showing an actor how to do that with live rounds out in the desert near the set, which you should never ever do. It befuddles us why there would be any rounds near a set. It's just an absolute taboo to have live actual ammunition on a film set or anywhere near a studio.
And you're getting at the armorer, right, Nischelle? But also, according to this search warrant affidavit, the film's assistant director has been identified as the person who handed the gun to Baldwin off the cart. And there's this new reporting, as Stephanie was getting to, of past complaints against him, including complaints of disregarding safety protocols for weapons. What more are you hearing about this?
Yeah, his name is David Halls. He's the assistant director on this film, and within the affidavit, it was stated that he handed Alec Baldwin the gun and said that it was a cold gun, which, Dutch can talk to this more, but that apparently means that the gun is clear, that it's okay to rehearse with it and to use it. So in that aspect, Alec thought it was okay to rehearse with. So there are questions about why he would say that if he was told that, and also he has had some conduct issues in the past. He's had complaints against him in the past, so his past is coming up now. There are so many questions as to what was going on this set, Kate. Now we do have a statement from the production company saying they have just completely wrapped on this set. They are cooperating with the investigation, but they did say that they had not gotten any formal complaints. It's kind of hard to hear that when now we're hearing so many cast members say, we walked off the set, these were issues, housing issues, pay issues, all of these issues that the production company never heard anything. So it will be interesting to see in the days to come what comes out of there as well.
Yeah, and Dutch, so you have the film's assistant director. Nichelle's spoken to, this armorer who is prepared what was supposed to be a prop gun, or at least was supposed to be preparing what was supposed to be a prop gun. And she was very young, and this was she just wrapped her first major project. Can you just speak to me about the layers here? How do you become an armorer? Why are these roles so critical? And that's clearly coming to light now, Dutch, when it comes to safety procedures around guns on set. Because the question is, if there are layers of safety protocols, how did this break down so bad?
Well, you're right. There are many layers of safety protocols, and there's a chain of custody that happens with firearms on a set. And the prop master or armorer will secure them and have them in a locked safe, and they will bring them to set, and they will clear them. They will add the blanks when it's time, and then they'll hand them to the actor. There's nobody else that should be in that chain of custody. It goes from the armorer directly to the actor only when they're about to shoot. The ultimate arbiter of safety on a film set is the first AD, the first assistant director, but they know that they can inspect the gun, but they can't go take the gun. There's something that strikes me as odd was, where was the armorer during this time? Was she unaware? Did she step off to the restroom for a moment? That first AD should never, ever reach for a gun on a set. It's unheard of, and I've never worked with an AD that would even consider that. It's kind of crazy.
Well, it's so important to have that perspective, Dutch, because this is new to, these terms mean nothing to a lot of us. And having that perspective, I think, is so critical that it just kind of blows your mind that would even be considered, as it is now being reported very clearly. Nischelle, thank you as always for coming on. Dutch, thanks for your expertise.